I'm Daniel. I'm retired. I do garden work, I do stone work. I like to keep physically active. It's very important to me. The first time I had an arrhythmia was after a long day of work in the garden, and suddenly, bang, my heart's out of rhythm, and very disconcerting and quite a worry. I had to go to the hospital. They did what they called a cardiovert, which is they put electrodes on, zap your heart, stop your heart, and it restarts in rhythm, hopefully, which it did in my case. And then through the summer, I had another 4 or 5 incidents of that. And it's a bit of a cramp on the lifestyle because the doctors in emergency told me, basically, don't get more than a couple of hours away from a hospital. The alternative is drugs. And there's one lady, for instance, at the gym who I talk to regularly. She has an arrhythmia problem. They weren't able to intervene early in her case. So her arrhythmia is basically permanent. So she's trying to work out, but her heart is, beating away with an irregular beat. And it's really tough just to even get through a workout for her. And it's basically a continuous arrhythmia. It's hard to sleep, really very disruptive. And she's on the powerful drugs, and that's just not doing her any favors either. I'm really not a drug taker. Maybe take something for headache once a year. So not something that I really would like to do on a routine basis. And who wants to be carrying pills around all the time? Luckily, one of the doctors in the emergency enrolled me in this study for early onset arrhythmia, where they're doing a surgical intervention. So I was able to kind of jump the queue for treatment, where normally I would have to wait maybe 5 years, before I could get in line for that. You have an overnight stay for observation, but it's a fairly straightforward procedure. So what the doctor explained to me was that when they went in, first they work on one part of the heart, and then they have to actually punch a hole through a membrane into another chamber of the heart to repeat the process on that side. They weren't able to break through the membrane with their normal equipment. Fortunately, they had this new equipment from Baylis that has a new probe, and so they're able to take out the old equipment, try the new probe, and they're able to cut through and complete the procedure. They wouldn't have been able to without it. These sorts of things that they're doing now are really amazing. And to be able to go in with a scope, like through a vein, to work on somebody's heart and have them leave the hospital the next day, if you think about it, is really quite miraculous. And not to have to rely on drugs for the rest of your life. The message for me is live your life, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. And this came totally out of the blue. I felt myself to be healthy and unlimited in my physical activities, and suddenly here it is. And now I'm back to normal. One of those life-changing moments, you think, I got to seize the moment and I got to do today what I can do today. I mean, if we want to do it, let's just do it, because, life is short. I mean, at my age, to be healthy and to be able to do whatever I want to do is really a gift. And I'm so lucky.